So I still didn't powder my face because I'm trying out this Diorskin Nude foundation, just a sample. It's number 20, so it's a little bit dark on me, but I tried it out to see how it is on my skin because I really like the way it looks when I put it on. But you know, after a few hours it might look completely different. So yeah, I'm trying it out like this, and I tried to do my kind of look of the Dior Spring 2014. Just using, you know, the old swimming pool palette that got such bad reviews, but it's kind of the same kind of pastel colors that they come out with every year. You know, they always have those kind of colors in there too, I think. Somehow, you know, they added this year, I think, some kind of maybe a taupey color or something like that. So I did use a taupe color, taupey brown here, just to, for my eyes, you know, the shape of them needs a little bit more of help. Yeah, I couldn't just use it the way I thought they did on the commercial, you know, thing. So yeah, so it's a bit different, but it's also a bit, you know, spring-like, and I never almost put a color like this in the crease, so it's kind of new for me. And it looks a bit, you know, maybe a bit out there, but hey, who cares? It's just color, and we're having fun with it. So hope you have a really good week, and I'll be back in a few hours to, you know, to tell you what I think about this foundation on my red. I have really red skin, so you know, that way you know if it's covering enough. I didn't use a specific concealer, which I usually have to do anyways, and I probably would, you know, even for this one, add here a little bit more if I need, you know, really like strong coverage or something like that. But I also want to see for how long it stays this way. And of course it's really shiny since I didn't powder anything, but you know, and I added just a cream blush today. Yeah, but I'm gonna try figure it out what it will look like on my skin, so I can get back to you. And if there's somebody out there who has, you know, red skin and want to see if this one is working for them, a mature skin, you know, I'm almost 47, so you will know if it will be good for mature skin and also with a lot of redness to cover. Yeah, without the concealer. So I will be back and report later. On my nails today, it's like one of those, you know, the metallic formula I don't really like in a nail polish much. I like it in the bottom, but then when I put it on, it's like, it becomes streaky and funny. So then I'm like, okay, it kind of doesn't look like that anymore. So this is by Mio Cameo 82 from Essie. A pretty color like that, but when you put it on, it becomes streaky. So I put on top of that, I put this pearlescent shade, Pearl Heart 330 from Jade, which is, you know, just shimmer kind of thing in a champagne color on top of it, just to, you know, that it won't show those streaky things, the stripy things from the other color. So yeah, well, so this is just a Guerlain lid primer again, also under the eyes a little bit. So I decided to do kind of my version of the Dior Spring makeup look, using this palette from 2 years ago, I think, or 3. It's the swimming pool, and it got a really bad review. But once you have, it's like they really shared these kind of spring pastel colors from Dior. They really share. So if you put them on just like this, you probably won't see much of it, you know. But on the other hand, if I want to recreate what they made, kind of something what I can see from pictures, I'm just gonna put a cream eyeshadow here and the rest without, so it won't get, you know, too strong up there. Yeah, I'm gonna try something. For cream eyeshadow, I'm just gonna use this really neutral kind of color, Topaz from Smashbox, and I'm starting to use those again. I just you know, sanitized all my cream products because I just got mad at myself for starting to, you know, use just my fingers and everything. I never liked that idea, but I kind of got lazy there in the middle. So from this, you know, I'm taking with my fingers Also here, of course, you don't have to use your fingers, but since I don't have nails, you know, long nails, I'm just doing it like this too. Just kind of up like that. It's a really neutral champagne kind of color. Champagne gold. Yeah, it's a very like practical color to have. So I'm starting with the crease and I'm taking this blue from here. Like it's a really light blue. And it goes in the crease from the picture I saw. You see, I'm putting it on and you can hardly see it. It's like really, really pastel kind of thing going. Now I'm taking this slight peachy color, like that. With a little bit of a fluffier brush, just to kind of pack it on. And you know, you can see now that it really doesn't have a lot of color in it. It's really a really light pastel color, like that. So if you do own this palette from a few years back and you kind of don't know how to use it because it doesn't have a lot of payoff, definitely cream eyeshadow under, you know. That's definitely the way to go. And anyway, it's very light, very light. For the inner corner, just to continue with this palette, I'm taking this slightly grayish silver or something like that. It's kind of a little bit of a strange color, but nevertheless a nice color. Trying it here in the inner corner. Really, this one really gives a nice sheen. Why not be a little bit more adventurous? I'm taking this one. It's a grayish, really light grayish with a hint of blue in it. It's very light too. So I'm taking the same brush, cleaning up a bit. The one that I used in the crease. And I'm taking that one on top of this one here. Yeah, it might become a bit 80s, I don't know, but, you know, whatever, I'm just playing around now. I'm not going anywhere specific, I'm just having some fun. Just like that, buff it in there for a whatever, for a whatever, you know. Yeah, well, mind you, I'm not going to office now or something like this for work, if that's what you're afraid of. This crazy woman, look what she's doing. I'm really kind of buffing it in because it becomes slightly like a sheen like that, even though here, up here, usually I don't like sheen, since it just makes it, you know, more puffy looking. So I will see what I will do about that. You know, if I really wanted to keep it like spring and summery the way they did, they just added an eyeliner and that was like what I can see, that's it. And mascara, of course, you know. And then you have a really light look like that, you know, almost like nothing much. But since my eyes are so different, I kind of feel like I have to put another color here. Yeah, it's just something missing for my eye at least. So I'm taking this, and maybe I will, this is from the 734 palette, also Dior. Maybe I will mix those together, but maybe I will take just the matte one since those are kind of shiny. So I will try that. This is kind of a taupey brown, I'd say. So I think I have to have something here to definitely, yeah. So I'm just, you know, yeah, I need something here in the corner that's a little bit darker, but I don't want to take it up, you know, up here, high up there. I kind of just want to make it a little bit less blurry looking or whatever, you know. Where is the eye in this look? You have to kind of give it some place to sit, you know what I mean. You have to make it kind of, It's the same like not adding anything on your brows if you really don't have much of a brow, or to define it a bit. So you have to define something in a look like this, I think. Of course they put the eyeliner, but I can't put an eyeliner like that, what they did. Because they had a kind of a strong eyeliner look in this, what I remember. I don't even have it here, so, you know, I was just checking it out a bit on the internet. So, just a bit defining. Of course, it doesn't really help the thing going on with my eyes, you know. But, because for that I really have to put it and make it darker here a bit. You know what I will do? To begin with, I'm just blending this a little bit, slightly in like that. Just a bit. Taking this same fluffy brush, and I'm taking a little tiny bit of this grey. It's kind of a satin grey. Just a tiny bit of that one. And putting it slightly in here. So anyway, I will get a little bit of a... kind of without to change the color too much again. Because I'm not really after changing the color. Just a little bit for my eye shape to make it easier to wear this kind of a thing. Whatever. I really can't do it the way they do it, you know, because the models you know, eyes are like perfectly shaped, perfectly, you know, the same shape and everything. So, you know, it's different. But I also don't want to take out from this color too much that it make it, you know, too dark in the end. So here you still have it, I think, and slightly darker just here. And slightly again after I blend it, I slightly put a bit more the taupey brown here. I'm adding just the tiniest little bit of this liquid brown liquid eyeliner. I just feel I have to go over the liner with the same taupey brown. I'm taking that one and just going over it a bit here, just to soften it. So I curled the lashes, added mascara, cleaned under the eye, but it's too shiny up here. I do have to have, you know, a compact powder. So I'm taking this Dior sample. It's number 30, I believe. A Nude Glow Versatile Powder Makeup, medium beige. So I do have to put some of that over there. It's just, you know, it's just too much 80. Even though the picture they have also looks like this a bit, you know, but it's, of course, she's young, like, you know, she didn't start school yet. Well, kind of, yeah. Now then, I don't want to do too much on the brows because, you know, kind of a light spring look. You don't want to have too much going on maybe with those. I think maybe I would just grab one of those brow drama from Maybelline. This is in dark blonde. Don't know how much it will do, but just to put them in place and kind of maybe add a little bit here if there's a white one here and there, you know, peeking through. And I kind of want to try and leave it really. I don't know if it's the best for camera because it kind of make the brows look really washed out, no matter what they look like in real life. But I will give it a go like this. So sunscreen for today, I'm again using this Dior Bronze Protection Solaire in SPF 50. Kind of as a primer as well. It worked really well last time, so I will do that again. And for my whole face, I'm taking kind of a amount of that, like that. Just, you know. So I use this Diorskin Nude Skin Glowing Makeup. I'm not sure I think that it's like so skin glowing, but maybe I used too much in one time. But I really liked the way it looked and went on, because I have, you know, all this. So I added again this Dior Skin Nude in 20, and it's a bit dark on me. I probably would need 21 is a bit lighter and a little bit more yellow, I believe. This one, I suppose it's a little bit more of a pink shade. So, and it goes a bit dark on me. So I did take it down like that, here. But I have to say I like the way it goes on. I don't know. And it does look, now it does look a bit glowy. Yesterday I didn't see it looks glowy, but now I put it on with a brush. Like that. Kind of dabbing it in, and also like a little bit, slightly with this brush I can kind of do like this, and then slightly go over like this. To all directions. On my lips I'm using this Shiseido lip liner in pink 304. It's just a really pretty pink like that. So to keep inside Dior a little bit, I'm taking this 578 Dior Addict lipstick on top of it. I really am gonna take cream blush today, at least to begin with, until I know, you know, what I think about the foundation and what I'm gonna do with it. So I'm taking this really neutral, kind of muted, you know, that kind of grayish pink. It's from Boa's Cream Blush number 4. And I will blend it with this one, the lighter color from In Bloom, Cheek Duo, Cream Blushing, Peony from Smashbox. You know, it's an older one. I don't think they have it anymore anyways, but it's a color like that. Kind of a pretty rose color, but not a, you know, muted kind of thing also, but a bit stronger than this one. So I'm taking a bit of both, you know, on one of those. And of course when you do it with a spatula, you do take more color out than you need, but you know, whatever. And then I'm just blending it in here because there's so much in those anyways, and you get a color like that. Yeah, kind of a dusty rose. So I will try and add some of this, you know, just here. For this, a sponge would be really helpful, but of course I didn't use one today, so I'm not going to use it just for this. You know. So no more than 2 hours. I had it like, it feels too shiny to wear it like this. But of course, you know, when I turned the mirror around to magnify, to see it, you know, better, it does look like it's a kind of a little bit of a, but then again, I don't know if not all the foundations look like that on my skin already. A bit like caked up somehow. And of course, if I don't set it, any foundation will kind of go in the fine lines after a while. So yeah, that's just the way it is. Also up here with the, you know, under eye concealer, which is a bit creamy, but I prefer it that way, and then go and, you know, fix it up a bit after, not to make it too cake. But this is of course completely like oily looking. It's completely oily looking, and you know, I don't know yesterday how I thought it's a long-lasting foundation. Today it's really, of course I put, yeah, of course I did put powder on it, yeah, which I didn't today. And now I see more and more that the color kind of is really off for me. It's more to a pink kind of undertone to this 020 that I have. Yeah. And so it makes my whole face kind of now look, I think, much darker than it should. If you think my hand is like that. That kind of a more yellow toned, and all this here now looks like the red is shining through kind of thing. Yeah. That's not to say that I don't like the foundation, you know, if I would have added a, if I had first of all the right color, which not a rosy pink undertone is never good on my skin, especially not if it's, you know, darker. It makes my whole complexion look darker than me, you know. Here I'm also red, but I'm adding a scarf here, but the rest of my skin, you know, it's like a yellow undertone, more yellow undertone than a pink tone. And of course, with all the redness I have in my face, I need to use a yellow toned foundation to help it conceal, not the other way around. Because the pink will just make it look darker. It will make it look the same pink, you know, all over, same kind of darker look. It's not like it's completely pink, but it's neutral, you know. This 020 is definitely like a neutral kind of color. So it's like in between. I need it more yellow. And now I see already more redness here, you know, peeking through. Of course here I have the cream blush, so this looks better actually. It has some more, you know, yeah, it looks better here than here. Here it just looks like a bit, I don't know how to explain it, but a little bit sloppy looking. That's the way to say it, right? Yeah, a little bit like, yeah, not this and not that and not anything, you know? Yeah, so I say if you want to try this foundation, definitely go and figure out what color as much as you can to get the closest color for your skin undertone. Yeah, and then, you know, go for that. And if preferably the lighter color so that you can bronze and, you know, bronze up your skin or put a blush on without making your face look darker than the rest of the body, maybe. Yeah, or without having to take it down, you know, too much. And, you know, it's, for me at least, it's too big of a fuss. So that's why most of the foundation I have, I actually have two colors, you know, just to blend it to my skin tone, which is kind of a hassle too. But, you know, most of the time you don't get straight on the right color from one number, you know. Yeah. So other than that, I'm going to just blot it a bit because right now it just feels wrong. And I'll be back to see what I need to do, you know, after. So after I added a little bit more of the foundation here, and I blotted it before, and I tapped it in the fine lines because of course it went inside those lines a bit. I'm taking now this Dior, it's a really soft Diorskin Nude Compact. So it's a compact powder, but it's more of a yellowy tone. So I will take that one and dab it over here. All over this shininess because it starts to annoy me, all this. It's just too shiny. Even for my liking, you know. I don't care to be... but I prefer to put it on where I want it, you know. I don't like the whole face to be shiny like that. I mean, that's just overkill. That's just too much. And yeah, so under eyes. So now after I powdered like kind of all this, I powdered the whole face. Let's face it, I powdered the whole face. I will add some more of this coral color. It's also from Dior and it's from this Spring's collection 763 Corail Bagatelle. Just a small brush like that. And it's kind of intense, so yeah. Since I do have that one under there, I don't really need maybe one more, but you know, just for the fun of it. And it gives a nice kind of glow to it like that.